Hey, what's up, y'all? Nick G, dude on the couch. Normally I kick on some music. I am not doing that today because y'all don't hear a thing anyway. It's just for me. So I'm going to do this. I'm reading it because I put a little work into this because when I'm talking about researching, I'm not talking about getting the gist from listening to somebody talk about. I'm talking about pulling at strings so you find out where the threads connect because that's how you learn. Dig what I'm saying? Anybody can drop a one off. Tonight, we're not just talking about summer camp. We're not even talking about a flood. We're talking about the way power arranges its silence. We're talking about who gets protected. We're talking about who gets left to drown. Literally. Camp Mystic, Kerr County, Texas, founded in 1926, born in the heart of Jim Crow, built on the banks of the Guadalupe River, and passed down like a family heirloom through a century of white Christian legacy. No explicit whites only policy, and yet not one single documented black, indigenous, or Asian camper in 99 years. Let me just addend to what I'm writing. When I says, hey, how come there's no, people of color there? The first thing they did is they dropped some Jewish woman in the 40s. Yeah, we're diverse. Legacy access, high tuition, cultural coding so thick you can smell it in the pageantry. Teas and Tonkawa tribes appropriated Christian scripture, while linen uniforms, handwritten letters, and loyalty oaths. It was a closed circuit, white Southern girlhood ritualized, encapsulated, and as you'll see, politically insulated too. The Guadalupe River doesn't care about tradition. It doesn't care about nostalgia. It doesn't care about if you funded or defunded warning systems. Texas is known for decades as the Hill County. Wait, Texas has known for decades that the Hill County is a death trap in storms. They call it Flash Flood Alley for a reason. In 2015, the Blanco River killed families in Wimberley. They should have been, an alarm. Local officials in Kerr County met at least 20 times to discuss early warning systems, sirens, sensors, cellular alerts. They filed grants. They promised action. But year after year, the proposals got shelved. Federal money wasn't secured. Local dollars were deemed too precious. It was always, we'll circle back next fiscal. 10 years later, nature circled back instead. July 4th, 2025. You were there. At 1:14 a.m., the National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning. And then, silence. No sirens, no cell alerts for most residents, no last-minute evacuations from Camp Mystic. By the time the river rose over 26 feet in under an hour, 27 girls and staff were gone, every last one of them white, including Dick Eastland, the camp's longtime director. And here's where it gets surgical. Another nearby Texas town did install sirens. They did have sensors. They had zero casualties that same night. Zero. That's like goose egg. So now I'm going to talk about Sadie Perkins. In this grief walked Sadie Perkins, civic appointee in Houston, a black woman. She is sharp. She is courageous. Now, what she said is a conversation that happens literally outside of white people all of the time. White people don't understand because they get caught up in this Americana that's been installed in their head, which my definition of Americana is all of the bullshit you were sold by TV and media to let you believe that America was white and Christian and church oriented. Okay. Sadie Perkins, she posted on TikTok, and here's what she said. Camp Mystic is a whites only girls Christian camp. They don't even have a token black girl. If this were a group of Hispanic girls, nobody would care. I have a big problem with that. Now, I'm going to go on the record and say, bro, ICE. ICE is not a natural disaster. It is not God's will. And here we are taking straight up kidnapping brown people off the streets, affecting children, hurting children, taking food out of their mouths, taking roofs over their heads. So this is exactly what Sadie is saying. Y'all don't give fuck one about black and brown kids, but it's white girls who are Christian, and all of a sudden, headline, headline, headline. Did Sadie lie? No. Did she speculate? No. Did she diagnose a pattern? Yes, with chilling accuracy. What did the system do? Mayor John Whitmer fired her. Her church partner disavowed her. Conservative press framed her as divisive for speaking out against racism, for speaking out against Jim Crow era camps that have been allowed to last over 100 years. She told the truth before the institution gave her permission, and that is an unforgivable sin. Here's the unspeakable headline that nobody wants to print. Republican governance failed its own white daughters to protect its anti-government ideology. Chip Roy, Ted Cruz, John Cornyn, every single one of them voted against climate resilience, against federal infrastructure, against siren funding over and over, year after year. The voters did not get protected. Their children did not get protected. Why? Because to fund sirens would mean admitting that the government should do something. The climate change is real, that science and public safety matter, and that would give Democrats agency. They chose the ideology. The girls paid the price. Sadie was right. Her words were not rude. They were necessary. They weren't out of line, so that they were a line in the sand. She told the story before the media could sentimentalize it, before power could bleach it clean. Camp Mystic wasn't just a location. It was a logic. It was a system. And in the end, it did exactly what it was designed to do: preserve white Christian legacy, even if it killed to do so. Sadie Perkins did not dishonor the dead. She exposed the structure that failed to protect the living. The only thing more dangerous than telling the truth is being punished for it. And tonight, I'm going to let the record show. I say tonight, this morning. I wrote this before. Right freaking now. She told it first. She told it right. I'm out. Nick G. Camp Mystic. White. Christian. Girls. Republican. Policy. This is what MAGA gets you, baby.